All right, what is up, traders? My name is Heath, and this is Trade Talk. Today is Saturday, the 15th, so we're going to talk about some cryptos. This is the Crypto Weekly Outlook. We're going to be discussing Bitcoin amongst a lot of other assets. So thank you guys for showing up. How is everybody doing? Yeah, I've been trying to go live for a minute. It's just not been working out. So good, we're going to run with it. Hello, everybody. All right, so basically the question on everybody's mind is this the top for Bitcoin? Well, basically I'm going to take you over here to the monthly chart. Let me know in the chat. You can hear my voice, see my screen, everything's hunky-dory. It's loud enough, everything's good. All right. Anyways, so basically what I'm going to talk about here is this is the bullish phase of this new market cycle. In trading, things don't always work out the same as they did before, as candles move up and down based on incoming orders, right? You got to put that into your head and let yourself understand the fact that if nobody's trading the asset, it physically will not go anywhere. It doesn't matter what happened in the last market cycle, right? So what moves the market is market orders. Market orders move the market. Limit orders just basically are able to be spoofed. It's market orders that move the market. You can see here in this last run up in 2017 when we had this big run up to 20K. In this bullish phase of that market cycle, we only had one monthly pullback. You had 5 months in a row of green price action. You had one monthly pullback. At no time was the low of that monthly pullback taken out. Now you can see on this green candle here, this candle did take out the low of the prior month's candle. However, that candle closed green. In this market phase, this new market cycle, you can see that we have taken out the low of last month's candle. If you remember last week or whatever week it was when I put out the prediction, not a prediction, just a model showing you that if you're expecting a 1,500% run up since the last all-time high was broken, as that is a model that a lot of people are looking at, yeah, you're looking at prices up into 300K. If you're watching price is saying, hey, we took out last month's low. Is that important? Absolutely, it's important. You took out last month's low. Now, is people going to buy it? Well, I don't know. We have to wait and see. This is what we know for a fact. We know that we took out this support, but we did not close below it. See this? We are working on getting that closure right now. So basically we're watching the 49,080 level to see if we get a closure below that. All right, so this level is being attacked as we speak. Now you do have a couple other levels. This is your next support level right down here, 45,211. This is your last daily swing low. It's also a weekly swing low. Let me pull this weekly chart up. You can see this weekly swing low right here. You can see that we have penetrated a wick beneath where we want to see a closure above, obviously. We got 1 day and 4 hours left on this candle. If it closes here or higher, we're still bullish. You are still bullish until you take out this swing low all the way down there. So basically throw up some moving averages. You tested the 21 weekly, all right? Bots and algos are going to be programmed to buy that touch. So you will see a little bit of a bounce down here. Basically, I was asked by like 15 people today, when is this going to go up? Guys, I don't know. I study price. I'm a price action trader. I do not know what it's going to do. I make my decisions based on the evidence that is being provided to me. In my opinion, you are not looking for buys until you get a break back above on a daily closing basis of 55,912. Because right now, price is showing you something. You had a high, another high, and then boom, here is your low. It took out this swing low. The wick too. I'm talking about the whole low. You made a high, and then in one fell swoop, you made a lower low. This was your lower high. You have made a new lower low. So let's put that into perspective. On Bitcoin, you have made a lower low and a lower high and a new lower low. So we need a support hold. You are testing support. Support is between 49,080 and 45,211. I do not want to dash any people's hopes that are bullish. Obviously, I'm still buying Bitcoin. I buy every red week. That's just the way I do it. But you guys need to stop taking leverage positions up here. You need to stop doing it. If you want to buy Bitcoin with 20 or 50 or $100, I don't know your financial situation. If you can spare $1,000 and it will not hurt you, if you lose that $1,000, I would absolutely buy Bitcoin right now. Right now. If you're trading with a $100 crypto account and you're trying to get rich tomorrow and you cannot afford to lose that $100 and you are levered up, then I suggest you stop it. I suggest you stop it. You cannot buy these assets with money you cannot afford to lose, because you're going to lose money. It is trading. It is investing. Not every investor makes money. All right? Not everyone does. Bitcoin is situating itself right now. It has done a weekly test, but it is not showing us any bullishness off of that weekly test. Here is your 1 hour or 8 hour chart. This low right here was your 21 weekly test. Look what you've done. You've essentially put in a dead cat bounce, put in a bull trap. This is a bull trap when you make a higher close against a resistance level. So if you're following price on the 8 hour chart, this was your 8 hour resistance at 50887. This closure was indicative of bullishness. This bearish candle was indicative of, no, I was joking. This is heading lower. It is not heading higher. Higher means higher highs and higher lows on every time frame. Hourly, 4 hour, 2 hour, 5 minutes. Every time frame you are making high or lower highs and lower lows. Lower high, lower low. You are trending downwards. All right? But that can be broke at any time. So what I suggest you do is throw a little trend line like that. Doesn't have to be on the 5-minute chart. I was just basically showing you what I'm talking about. You can throw it on any chart frame you want. There you go. There's an hourly. Nice little boom. You need a break above this 8 hour level. You need an 8 hour closure back above to make this a double bottom. If you get an 8 hour closure above 58.87, you break this down trend, this descending trend line, you tear that apart, you get your 8 hour closure above 58.87, then you have made a new higher high. Not an all-time high, but to the market structure that price is currently putting in, you have made a new one. So this up in here is your signal to say, hey, I think Bitcoin may be turning around. A double bottom on a 5-minute chart, a double bottom on an hourly chart means absolutely nothing. All right, this was your high. This was your reversal point, not the trend line, the candle. I'm just telling you to use those trend lines to help you get an idea as to what's going on. Weekly resistance or hourly resistance right here, tested, failed. Then look, boom. This was a selling opportunity to us price action traders, unfortunately. So people are shorting Bitcoin right now. That's why price is heading lower. People are taking profits. They think that this is the top. They're scaling out of positions. Every bump in price, they're looking to exit the position. They're bailing out. On top of that, you have price action traders like me that live day to day on trading these charts. They're shorting this. I would have been shorting it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you what I see, guys. So what we need is we need an 8 hour closure above 58.87, a retest of a support zone, and then another impulse to the upside. It doesn't matter how big that impulse is, as long as it's maintaining higher highs and higher lows, your trend has changed ever so slightly, or no matter how long it takes or how long it lasts. That's what you're looking for when you're trading assets. You're looking for higher lows and higher highs, or if you're shorting them, you're looking for lower lows and lower highs, as that tells you that the near term trend The very near term trend is to the downside. This was a brutal sell-off. Elon Musk couldn't have said that at a worse time. However, there's tweets out there, even what's his name said the same thing, that Elon could just be saying that stuff just to make the price crash and then talk about how bad it is for the environment with fossil fuels and mining Bitcoin. And in the secretness of his mind, they are already working on a product to fix that. And that's probably going to come live in the next, I don't know, 6 to 8 months. Tesla's new Bitcoin mining project that you can purchase for $10K and mine Bitcoin at a reasonable price without using any fossil fuels. So don't worry about what is said in the news. The news, if you're new to this channel, the news is only going to make price do what it was already going to do. All right? We pros like to trade on that. We don't look for news. We already get positioned for the news. So yeah, that's just a little bit of whatever you want to call it. The market took it a little bit rough. You dropped $10,000 in a matter of a day or two. That's a vicious move to the downside. Now, Bitcoin can find support at any time and start making higher highs and higher lows. Like I said, main thing to watch currently, if you're looking for Bitcoin to move higher, is you watch this weekly 21 moving average. That is a good indication that Bitcoin, as long as you're not closing a weekly below it, may be heading higher. This is another thing I want to bring to your attention. Look at this. You see price basically sideways in this section. Look at your RSI. You did put in a bearish divergence level right here on this point. This high was higher than this point. So that is your bearish divergence. This is follow through. You have tested almost the 50 mark on the RSI. The 50 mark on the RSI is the difference between bearishness or bullishness. So what I do is I just plot me a little 50 level right here on the chart. Boom. And then I will watch this level. If price comes into that $50 mark and turns around, or it could even turn around here. This could just be getting this thing situated to rip in your face. All right, so don't get too cocky on your short positions just yet. Also, I'm going to go show you something real fast. Here's ADA. Let's get rid of these price. Let's get rid of these moving averages. Let me throw on the best tool that this charting platform offers. Here is ADA. Look at this. Weekly chart. Sideways. Hit play on this baby. Boom, 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 boom. And there you go. Hit it. There it is. Doom. All right. So look at this section of price. Look at Bitcoin. Section of price. You can get another rip out of this. So do not think that it's all over. It can absolutely do what ADA has just done. Right? Look at this. Boom. That's a big, huge move. This is a legit breakout. You took out your weekly resistance on a closing basis. This one right there. That was your indication that this thing was looking for bullish entries, not bearish entries. Here was your weekly support. You tested it, but you did not close beneath it. Right there. This break, this was a retest of your weekly bullish order block. This bearish candle, that was your entry. And here you are today. So it's the same things that I say over and over and over consistently on this channel. I am trying my best to teach you guys to see price the way that I see price, because I take profitable trades so often because of just looking at simply this stuff, right? The moving averages I look at just to tell me what the momentum is. Where is price going? What does the momentum look like? Bitcoin's momentum on a weekly time frame is starting to slow down, but this moving average is calculated after the close. So if you're looking at a daily moving average, it only gets populated after that daily closure happens. That will be the same on this moving average. If this weekly candle closes back above 58.87, this thing will look up again, right? It'll look up again. So I'm only looking to see what the momentum is. Obviously, the momentum has been awesome on Bitcoin. It is chilling out. This could be getting ready to make a rip. And also, it could also be getting ready to head lower. So I ask you to properly position yourself to handle either a nice big fat rip to the upside or even a nice big fat rip to the downside. Make sure that you do not get hurt. What's going on, everybody? Let me just catch up on these comments in the chat real fast and say hello. Hello, my friends. What's up, Ed, Mark, everybody, Giles? What's happening? Margarita's ready, says Greg F. I got my drink right here, Greg. Loving it. Turning in for bad news. Now, there's nothing bad about what I said, Brian, if you just listen to everything I said. People like to take little bits of pieces out of, and they just completely destroy the narrative. So if you want to do that, then yeah, that's bad news. Bitcoin can rip. Bitcoin can rip. Nobody knows what's going to happen, right? Nobody knows. You are testing areas of importance. I can tell you that much right now. All right. Everything looks good in the chat. Hey, everyone, I'm out eating, but we'll definitely rewatch Heath. That's all good. Be rent, man. Do your thing. Live your life. This video will be posted. All right. Let's go look at some other assets. Look at the Mr. Dot USD doing the same thing. We're getting a breakout on Dot. However, this weekly must close above that 44 spot 28 level. You get that, then you can look for bullish entries. Will that bullish entry work? I do not know. I don't know, but it is looking more bullish than bearish. You had a nice deep test into your old weekly support level right there. Let me get it right there. You see this? Boom. Absolute, flawless, perfect test of support, and then incoming bullish strength. This thing looks like it has the momentum. It is moving higher. This weekly close tomorrow on Dot will be virtually important as can be. You can be looking for retests of old weekly areas to look for tests to the upside. Look for trades to the upside. On Dot, it's ripping. ETH, look at ETH. ETH is putting in a retest weekly candle. It found support. Let's go see where it found support. Oh, would you look at that? Another one of Heath's levels. Guys, they're not my levels. Some people call them order blocks. Some people call them demand zones. It's the same exact thing. It's the same exact thing. CTM just likes to call them Heath levels, but they're not. They're actual levels of support and resistance is what they are. Here is your test. Absolutely perfect. That's your entry. Now, ETH USD is having a little bit of trouble right here. This was a nice bullish candle after this entry. This could be a dead cat bounce. Don't get your panties in a bunch just yet. Let me walk that statement back. I did not mean to say that. Apologies, I have had a little bit to drink. This could just be a lower high, right? You have taken out the low of yesterday's candle already, so you could be coming back in for another support test. If it holds, then would be the time to start looking for bullish entries. This was your first test. Just give it a minute to situate itself. This was a nice bullish candle. However, I never, ever, ever like to see the next daily take out the entire range, as that shows like you are in price discovery. You got to wait for a legitimate support test and hold. So ETH might be coming in here. However, this is a support zone. So you can watch your daily closure at 37.97. You close above that level, then yeah, you could maybe take a long position, put your wick or your stop underneath this daily wick and see what happens. You know what I mean? It is extremely extended. Your moving averages are yelling at this chart saying, wait for me. And yeah, you haven't even had a 21 test on the daily. So when you get extended on several days, pushing higher, you have to start thinking that at some point, price is going to snap back. It's going to return to the mean, and then it's going to get a support test. This was one. See if we get another one. You do not want to see a daily closure below 35.32. If you do get that, you are testing this level down here, not up there, right here, 32.40. All right, you get a daily closure below here, you will be testing this level. Your daily 21 is sitting right in the middle of those two levels. I like this test. All right, that would be the best spot, in my opinion, to look for bullish entries instead of just randomly taking them up here, because you are still so very far away from this moving average. You can just get a nasty wick down there just to liquidate everybody that got long and then look for that move higher, as that's the way these markets like to work. Everything doesn't work as beautifully as it does in hindsight. However, these are the levels that I take my entries on. All right. So ETH looks good. It looks like it's consolidating. This was a nice bullish candle. You did get a nice daily closure above the opening price of this bullish candle, but you tested that, and so far you've got bullish or bearish pressure coming back in the mix. So essentially this could just be a lower low. Let it pull back, let it find support, look at it on a 4-hour, make sure you're not closing 4-hour candles beneath that level. If that's happening, then look for the lowest wick and take your chances. Everything's red on the day. ADA is the only one. Cardano is the only thing, and then obviously that's the BLX index. This thing is just, there's nothing that can be said about Cardano. This is a short squeeze. Everybody was short. This came in for multiple retests and people bought it up. They know that everybody's got their back against the wall, that we're looking for lower prices on ADA. So you could get a push up to 280, 2.8, $3 even. Ain't even in the cards. I mean, you are already trading above your first standard deviation. So like if you look at this low, this was another price extension. So you want to use this low because it was this low that everybody bought it up, because this is your expansion from this low. So if you use that low, that high, and then come down and hit this low, and if you didn't see that, that high was the high on this May 9th candle, the wick high, and then the low of this bullish expansion candle right there. So anything above 1 is 1 standard deviation away. So I just bumped that all up. Let me get it back on there the best I can. So anything above 1 is 1 standard deviation away. Right here is 2 standard deviations. So yeah, when you start getting 1 and 2 standard deviations away, then you're looking, you can wait for a pullback. If you want to put the what do they call them things, the indicator that basically shows you 1 and 2 and 3 standard deviations away, you can put that on your chart if you want. I just like to use the fib levels, as that's just the best way that I found it works. But there are indicators that'll show you this. So a test of 2800, I would be looking for a pullback. If it even gets up there, you may experience that pullback now. This is going to be your first. I need to stop saying obviously. This is going to be your first level of support. 1.76901 on a daily closing basis. So a test back down into this level. For it to maintain its parabolic move to the upside, it needs to stay closing dailies above that level. You get a closure below that level, you're coming back down here to test this one at roughly 155. All right, that's on Cardano. This thing is extremely bullish, extremely bullish. Dot, like I said, we already checked Dot out. It's coming in for that daily retest right here. This was your order block. Then you tested way above it and failed. So this was a liquidation run is all that was. AKA stop hunt. All right, AKA liquidity purge. Whatever you want to call it, that was what it was. Because then you got a nice expanding range to the downside. However, you found support. Came back up in, tested your bullish order block. Came back down, tested support again. You have broken out. This is a legitimate push higher. When will it not be? Once you get a daily closure back below this bullish order block down here, 38.65. You get that daily closure back below that level, my friends, you will be testing this support range. All right. So, but right now it looks fantastic. It looks like it is doing its test. Probably this level over here. Yeah, it looks like it's just tested the high of that wick. Boom. Not even came in and tested that yet. So if you want to add there, I mean, where's your stop going to go? Way down here? Yeah, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't like buying breakouts. It's just my style. But if you like buying breakouts, you have one on your hands on .USD. Moving on, Compound is pulling back in. You got your daily break, your daily close above resistance. Then you had your outside day reversal, aka bearish engulfing. Went up, took out the high of this candle, and then reversed with a weak close. This was your dead cat bounce. This was your shorting opportunity. You are pushing lower. You would have only been aiming if you took this short for this level here, and you have hit it. That's your profit target. When you are taking these intra-range or intra-week range expansion moves, you are simply aiming for your next area of possible support. This was a flawless, beautiful entry to the downside on Compound. I'm not looking for Compound to roll over. This is a trading channel. I teach people how to trade here, not how to invest. And this is not financial advice, I must say. But next level of test, 659 spot 10 down here, which would not look good if you do get that daily closure below that level right there at 716 or 715. Apologies. You get a daily closure below that. Unless your next candle is a bullish engulfing, you are heading lower, right? Looks like it has found a high. Currently, it's moving. You know, it's retracing is what it's doing. Your 21 daily EMA is right there. And where is your weekly? Oh, man. Yeah. Don't think I would be looking for bullish entries on this asset with a weekly 21, which is a fast period moving average, is way down here. All right? Just some perspective for you guys. I want you guys to take these trades. I want you guys to be like Jay Bradley. I want to see those messages. I've been listening to what you've been saying, and I love it. And I'm finally starting to see the light. Do not want to be taking bullish entries on Compound, in my opinion, way up here. All right? And you clearly have almost got a bearish engulfing on the weekly. Obviously, this weekly candle right here was an inside weekly range candle. This one outside of the range. You are trading at the lows. Give this thing some room to pull back. I would say let it pull back to your weekly level of resistance or old resistance. Now possible support down here, 548. That gives you a nice risk to reward back to the upside if it does indeed find support down there. Balancer was doing really good too. Balancer's doing the same thing, only on Balancer you have a weekly reversal. Outside weekly reversal. Moving lower, taking out support levels as it goes. That's the way price action works, because people are taking new entries based on what they are seeing in the markets at this specific time. So in order for me to start to look for bullish entries again, I would want to see a daily close back above 63 spot 27. As long as you are not able to do that, you are taking out your last support level, which would be this bearish candle, as that's the last time it was able to close at that price. You did get a wick through, but the close is what's important. You are working on that bearish close. 2 hours left on this. All right, next spot to look for is going to be roughly around $50. $50. So Balancer is taking a beating right now. A lot of these things are going to do whatever Bitcoin's doing as well. I want you guys to keep that inside your heads. Just understand that these algos and bots will basically enter and exit positions based on what they're doing on the king of all assets, being Bitcoin. So we've already looked at ADA. Let's go look at AVE. AVE is nice. This is a pullback candle, as you did not take out yesterday's low. That's an important area to watch. Yesterday's low. This is your next area to look for a support test. If you do get down there, you do want to see that hold. This was a nice bit of consolidation, aka accumulation, and then boom, bullish impulse to the upside. Check where your moving averages are, as the moving averages only tells you what the momentum is. You do not take trades based off of them. You're just simply looking how they are positioned. There's not enough data on AVE on this data feed to even populate a 50 moving average. So this is very new price action. It's hard to trade. So just be careful. All right. Right now it looks bullish. Took out bullish resistance on a closing basis. You're testing that level now to see if that level wants to hold. Dot Bitcoin looked good. Dot Bitcoin looks real good. Big breakout. Dot Bitcoin moving higher. Boom, boom, boom. That's beautiful. If you want to take an entry on this is just a retest to see if you're going to continue higher. When you take these positions, it's important to understand that you're only looking for, at best, a measured move. At best, right? You're not looking for this thing to go to $1 million. You would be looking for roughly a move about like that. And that's not guaranteed. That's not a given. Measured moves don't always happen. All right. But yeah, I don't buy breakouts. So I can't stress that enough. But this is one on .bxt or XBT. Link USD is testing support. There's that one level. Been watching it for days. See what I mean? You got a nice test here. Push lower. Stopping out this wick. Stopping out that wick. Then your bullish move. Retested your old Heath level. Right there. Boom. Then sellers kicked right back in. And that's what you got now. So this is a tug and push, pull, whatever you want to call it, it's a fight between buyers and sellers right now, seeing which are the most aggressive. Whoever is the most aggressive, that's where price will go. It's not more sellers than buyers or more buyers than sellers, as the market maker's job is to provide that liquidity. So there is a buy for every sell and a sell for every buy. What pushes price is the speed of which those buys and sells come into the market. That's what pushes price around. Link right now is testing support again. This is an outside day bearish reversal candle. Here was your last daily candle. Took out the high or close enough, right? Close enough. Definitely took out the low. So, yeah, I don't know if you could be looking for entries down here. Maybe put a stop beneath that wick. That way, if you get a push lower, if this is essentially just another lower high, getting ready to make a new lower low down here, then you would get stopped out. And you only want to risk about 1% on that at the most, right? Because you want to be in this for a long time, guys. You want to be able to take these hits and get right back up, like Mrs. Marvel, right? Take a hit, get right back up. So Link USD's testing support. Maybe you could watch it on a 4-hour. What you want to basically see is you want to see a bullish move. Get back above these moving averages at the best. You know what I mean? Before I'd be looking for bullish entries, because clearly on the 4-hour, there's your high, there's your low, there's your lower high, there's your lower low. Here's your lower high. Where's your lower low? Well, there's a bunch of support right there on the 4-hour. I would be looking for it to come all the way down there, at least with a wick. $36 on Link USD. Maybe you get a bounce from there. Another bullish impulse to the upside. I am expecting Bitcoin to not have the high put in yet. If it keeps going lower, obviously I am going to be looking for short entries on Bitcoin. Right now I am not. Right now I've been trading Doge because Doge is putting in pretty big percent moves on a daily. So as long as I'm getting big percent moves on the Doge, I'm going to trade that because I don't need price to go very far in order to make money, right? As long as I'm on the right side of the trade, obviously. And then there's Link Bitcoin. Link Bitcoin's looking nice, man. You got your daily breakout above daily resistance. This is a retest, so let's see if that level holds. All right. A lot of things versus Bitcoin right now are doing really good. Let's go look at ETH versus Bitcoin, and then I'll start answering some questions, guys. Because that's about all I have to look at. And I'll look at Doge, obviously. Because there is members of the CTM and the Trade Talk Discord that are wanting some answers on Doge. ETH XBT, man, what is there to say? We were looking to buy this thing down here. I took an entry on it. I got stopped on this wick low right there. Boom, right? That took me out of this trade, and then I was mad. Once we got up into here, I never did get this entry. I missed that. So when we had this push down, this came in on a Friday. I got long, looking for continuation, and I got stopped out again. So I have not been able to target or get my style of entry on this asset. and it has left without me. And it has been going for days and days and days to the upside. I'm looking for a pullback. If you want to throw some moving averages on there to basically show you the momentum of this asset, your lowest 21 fastest speed is all the way back down here at 0.06344. All right. So that's where about I'd be looking for new bullish entries on this asset. I am a fan of ETH. I love it. I own a lot of it. I own a lot of Bitcoin too. Those are my two HODL positions, and I trade everything else. I will trade Bitcoin if Bitcoin is put in a top. You can believe that. I will be shorting it all the way down to the new bear market low. So BNB, it's looking toppy to me. You have lost your 21 on a daily closing basis. Here's your weekly, all the way down here. That gives me more conviction, I guess I could say, to the downside, at least for the next few weeks. All right, this thing put in a top, bullish, bearish engulfing, aka outside day. You are retesting that. This is a short entry, in my opinion. This is not financial advice, but if you are trading BNB, you could possibly be looking for short entry, looking for it to continue lower. It is still bullish. The structure is bullish. You are bullish until you take out this swing low, right? So I don't know what style of trading that you persist or have or like or use, but I trade intraday ranges. I'm a day trader, so I can bounce in and out, be bullish today, bearish tomorrow. I have no qualms with that. But that's more for the skilled investor or the skilled trader. It's not something that newbies should be attempting at any stretch. But you can find support down here, 526 spot 210. You are currently testing this area right now, but it may break. And if you get that break, then obviously this wick low is the target for this short entry. This was their entry. This is their target, right? Once that's hit, then you will get some consolidation possibly as firms and other people start to assess and decide their next move. Unless they're just absolutely exiting it completely. There's not many firms, prop firms, and hedge funds and investment bankers that day trade, guys. That's more along the lines of your retail investors. There are some hedge funds that do it. I'm not saying that none of them do it. I'm just saying I would say the investment and stuff like that is more longer term. But this thing looks like it could be putting in a top. Just be careful if you're looking to buy it. All right. If you cannot close a daily candle below 562, then you have your proof that the bulls are buying there, or at least defending it at the very least. And of course, let me look at NOIA for Kimberly because I know she's going to ask for it. It did look nice the other day, but then that move got rejected, and you can clearly see how this has just been wicking right at our resistance level. Then one final test, you're moving lower. This was your daily close below support. This was your support zone. Boom. Did not want to see that. So unfortunately, my next target would be 0.457142, as there's a nice bunch of liquidity situated right there. That would be my target if I was looking for this to go lower. If it holds here and you take out this swing high, then you can maybe look for higher low support for bullish entries. And then finally, last but not least, Mr. Dogecoin, the Dogester. Like I said, guys, I know it's a meme coin. I know it doesn't have much value. Somebody posted in the CTM Discord today that Elon Musk is talking to Dogecoin's devs, working with the devs. Dogecoin doesn't have any devs from what I know. I could be absolutely wrong on that, but from what I've understood, it doesn't have any. So Elon Musk is not working with it. But this price action is bullish, right? Here's your daily moving averages. So this way you can know where it's looking like. Nice test, nice bear trap right there. Boom. So yeah, I've taken a couple entries on this asset and both of them were profitable, but they were only short-term trades. I took a long yesterday on it and then I shorted it last night and got out this morning. So let's go look at an hourly, what that looks like. So basically I got long from this run up exited my position as I was targeting this wick high. And then the next position I took was when we put in this this bearish candle yesterday at around 4:30, 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We put in this test of this bullish order block, this bullish Heath level, this bullish resistance. That's when I got short. Right there. Boom. Wick was my stop loss. Woke up this morning to this push lower. Boom. So basically I had a level setting right here at 0.52. If I got an hourly closure above that level, I was exiting my position. I exited that position for a 4-to-1 risk to reward, and I got faked out because the next 4 hours, as you can see, it clearly rolled over. So I don't know what price is going to do, man. Nobody does. There's not a YouTuber on the internet that knows what price is going to do. So just take it from me. I'm telling you the truth. And I will teach you how to do this stuff. All right. That's it on Doge. So what am I looking for? Well, we got an hourly close below. I'm only day trading it. I'm not investing in it. We got an hourly close below our hourly support level. However, we have pushed back up into it. But as long as we are trading underneath 0.51936, this bullish candle, I will be looking for another short, and I will be targeting this right there. Boom, 49021 for that next leg to the downside. We get an hourly closure above that level, then that trade is scrapped, and I will be waiting for more market structure to be put in before taking another trade on this asset. All right, let me get to the chat. Sorry, guys. I know it was a rant, but like I said, it's a Saturday. Got my drink in hand. Let's see what everybody wants. So give me one moment. Hey, fam, everybody, thanks for the live, man. You are welcome, Mark Martin. It's my pleasure, my friend. My pleasure. Bunch of love. So much love. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Hey, everyone, I'm not eating, but I read this, but he wanted to say, I entered an ADA trade at 1.915 and sold half. I have a stop limit set at 20515. Is this good, bad? Should I change my stop? Thanks. Let's go look at it, B-Rent. I'm assuming you took that against the dollar, as you did not say. So let's pull it up versus the dollar, and I will examine that position for you if I can find it. Here we go. All right, 1915 down here. Yeah, you're in great shape, my friend. So let me just do this. Let me do this. 915. So that's your entry. Boom, right there. Stop is at 205. So I'm assuming you're long, and then you moved your stop up. 205. So your stop is setting right under this swing low. Let me mark it out for everybody in the chat. So is this good or bad? All right, let's dissect it, shall we? This is your entry. You entered approximately, let's just call it a retest of this bullish or this bearish candle against this bullish order block, right? You got your entry right there. You probably had your stop resting below there. Then it made a nice push to the upside. You took off profits and you moved your stop up. Welcome to trading, my friend. That's how it is done. Absolutely, that is fantastic. I love it because you've already taken money off the trade. So if it gets a big, nasty, terrible bearish candle and it just goes all the way back down to 150 in one night, which it could happen, then you got paid on that trade. Whereas most people are going to be hurt and lost money. You made money. Was it as much money as you wanted to make on the trade? No, wasn't. But that's not what you're trying to do. You're not trying to get rich off this. You're trying to learn how to do it. So that way, over time, you make enough trades like this, your bank account does go up. Fantastic trade. I like it, my friend. On a 4 hour, that is your last 4 hour bearish close. I would leave it right there. All right. If you get a test back down to here around 2.15 and you get a closure on a 4 hour basis below the top or the opening price of that bearish candle, then it's maybe time for you to think about, hey, do I want to just go ahead and take profits, or what the unrealized profit that I still have on the table? If you do, then let it bounce a little bit. I wouldn't be looking much more than a bounce further than the midpoint of this bullish candle. That's only if it comes back down there on a 4-hour. Get a closure below. You're looking for a push up, the very highest to the midpoint of this bullish candle. At that point, I would just exit the whole position and give yourself a pat on the back. That's a fantastic trade, my friend. Good job. What's the 21 WMA at? It's a EMA, Harry Ching. An exponential moving average. What's the 21 EMA at? I don't know which asset you're talking about, so I can't answer that question. What's up, Matt Thompson? Crypto Trades and Tech. What's up, Brandon? 38. I don't know what you're referencing in the number 38. Sorry. Yep, don't leverage. Leverage isn't for the new traders, guys. Leverage is for the pros. I'm hoping to scale in at 38 to 42K, says Nick LaFont. I like it, Nick. I like it. I love that price point. I'd be putting on some Bitcoin there. Yes, sir-ree. Let's go look at it real quick. Yeah, all the way down into here. Hell yeah, there's your next level. I'd definitely be putting on some Bitcoin down there. Because if this is going to continue, if the 4-year market cycle model is still intact, excuse me, if the 4-year market cycle is still intact, to test down to that level right there would be a fantastic spot to add. But they're also claiming that should be the market low, like the bear market low from after this bullish market phase has been put in a high. But we'll see what happens, man. I'm a price action trader. I don't believe in many of those models. I do what price tells me to do, and I'm more narrow-minded. Meaning I am an intraday scalper. I own Bitcoin for the long haul. I buy every weekly red candle. So I'm in it for the long haul. 10, 15, 20 years down the road is where I'm going to be taking those Bitcoin positions off. So yeah, definitely be a good spot to add. Thank you, he says, Philip Berger, you're welcome. Let's watch how they're going to control the yields. We won't have the big old liquid into the month instead of BTC or E. Should we watch the market capitalization now? Market cap is based on the price, all right? The price. So if you want to watch market cap, you can. I like to watch price and closings on hourlies, 4 hours, 8 hours, dailies, and weeklies. And that's what I base my trading decisions off of. I don't get into news. I don't care about the FUD. None of that. I focus purely on price. And it has not failed me. So I keep doing it. Or I should say this. I found something that worked for me, and I'm capitalized on that. The charts tell a story. News sells the narratives. I couldn't agree more, West DZ. Couldn't agree more. Elon is a businessman after all. Yes, he is, says Ed D. Yes, he is, my friend. The news is for the noobs. I love it. Good stuff, my friend. How long you trade? I don't take any days off. No days off. I've been trading for approximately 10 years. Any thoughts on Luna? Wait, sorry, the chat just glitched out on me. So I gotta go up. Holy crap, I am so far behind. Oh God. What happened? These lines are the official nomenclature from now on. I can live with that. Alright. Is it too late to buy ADA? In my opinion, yes. In my opinion, you have missed that move, Curry Pork, and I would suggest you wait. There's always opportunities in the markets. You do not have to FOMO into these moves. That is what you're doing. That is wrong. If you see a chart that literally just had a fresh weekly breakout and has been trading straight up for the last 3 weeks, you know what I'm saying? You do not buy up here. Can it continue to go higher? Absolutely it can. But here's your measured move. Here's your consolidation. You have hit your measured move on this price leg. This whole price leg here. So if you buy up here, make sure you buy with an amount you're okay with losing. That doesn't mean you will lose. It just means you could. Absolutely. This thing is extended. It needs a pullback. So, guys, if I miss your comments in the chat, I apologize. There's so many chats I can't even read them all. So I will do my best. Let's watch how they're going to control. Oh, I read that. Okay, good. Found where I was. Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. We're getting set up for 100K BTC. I'm down for that train, Werewolf. I would love to see that. Love to see it. Fantastic perspective, Heath. Thank you. You're welcome, Giles. Thank you for being here, my friend. Thank you guys for the support. Amazing perspective. Thanks, Heath. You're welcome, my friend. So much love. Thank you guys so much. All right. Heath, can you do analysis on Dogecoin? I believe I did, so I'm going to go with that. Any way to get the resolution up higher? Rob Mesa, if you're new to the channel, my friend, unfortunately there is not from my end. My internet is freaking terrible, and it's not got nothing to do with money. I've thrown thousands of dollars at the problem, so I'm just waiting on Elon Musk to send me a dish. Unfortunately, I cannot fix that. I have the connection I have. It's 5 o'clock right there. It's 5:43 here too, said Greg. I think we are on the same time zone. Heathline's, yep, read that. Perfect. Thoughts on GRT? Yeah, let's go look at it. Got it right here. The perp swap. The perp futures. Testing this trend line, but this trend line has been broken and all that stuff, so let's get rid of it. All right, so here was your weekly support on GRT graph token. Right there was your last bearish weekly closing price. Right there was when you were tested it. This was a terrible, nasty range to the upside, to the downside. Then you got continuation off that. So you have tested 1.70 as resistance multiple weeks in a row. You are heading lower. Now you are tangling with weekly support. So you are almost in the middle of the range, not quite. What I would do is I would go into a smaller time frame and see if you can find something. We have a level right here you could watch. Boom, right there. 1.5380. I might be looking to short right there. I would not be looking for bullish entries unless you get a daily closure above 170, $1.70. This weekly level right here. You need a daily closure above that. You need a test of that to verify that as support. Then possibly you could look for bullish entries. Right now you may be putting in a double bottom, but this is a retest to see if any more shorts want to jump in the water, and they will, right? This is the trade to take. This is the short. So they will be targeting this wick low. At that point, they will expand or take out their positions, or I would take off my positions and look for a situation of price to give me a direction of where else it's going. If you break and close below that level, you can come all the way down to 94 cents down to here. All right, so just watch this level here. This is your current level, 1.25, $1.25. If you lose that on a daily closing basis, just scrap the bullish entries altogether and let this thing test and find support. If this is a double bottom, in order for that double bottom pattern to work out, you would need a daily closure above 1.68, as that would be your neckline. Need a daily closure above that, and then you can look for retest bullish entries. But until that happens, this thing is a short. Near term, it is a short. Near term. Is Bitcoin finishing the Wyckoff manipulation event? Feels like we're heading for a dip. I don't believe that Wyckoff is playing out on Bitcoin. That's just my own personal belief. Wyckoff was built in 1888, over 100 years ago. Bitcoin wasn't even a twinkle in Wyckoff's eye when he invented that model. Price action works though. I mean, if you want, see, the thing that's different with the Wyckoff model and Bitcoin is the halvening. And the overall supply. That's the important thing that you guys that are thinking about Wyckoff need to understand. With stock certificates, there isn't an overhead supply. There isn't a finite amount of shares. They can always do a reverse split or yada yada. With Bitcoin, there is a finite supply. I do understand that it can keep getting cut in half and cut in half and cut in half to the point to where one Satoshi can be worth $1 million. I understand that, but it still remains, the factor still remains the same. There are only 24 million Bitcoins in existence, or 124 million, however many it is. So the Wyckoff model is a model that is built upon accumulation and distribution, buying and selling, supply and demand. So in a sense, it can work with Bitcoin, but just watch price, man. It's so much easier. The way that I teach people how to trade is so much easier. You can throw all that other nonsense away and in a few weeks to months be like, wow, it's so much better to simplify my analysis. I don't know why I didn't try this years ago. People want to come at this like they're super duper pooper scooper smart, and they want to blast off all these technical terms. You don't need any of that. You can use it if you want, but you don't need it. Trading can be as simple or as difficult as you want to make it, but we could be seeing a top in Bitcoin. I don't know. I am still expecting higher prices and positioned for that. So if I'm starting to look for shorts on Bitcoin, people that follow this channel will be the first to know. I'll tell you that much. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Wyckoff. I just don't think it applies to Bitcoin is all. And it's a personal opinion. Is it ETH/USD is far from home base? Yeah, just a little bit. ADA FOMO'd. Yeah, it's terrible. Don't do that again. At Tiago Tavern is the opposite of what you said would make more sense. We got her in around 20 cents. All right, let me find something that's someone. Matic. Yeah, Matic. I wanted to talk about Matic. Also, let me pull up Matic and go over that real quick. Yeah, Matic is absolutely phenomenally bullish. There's your measured move. So you have exceeded your measured move on Matic by a good 30-40%. So yeah, I would be looking for this thing to pull back soon. Look at this, man. Yeah, that's big. Like just 3 weeks ago, you were trading at 37 cents. Today, you're trading at $1.72. That's insane. There will be a pullback on this. If you are trying to buy this up here, you will get wrecked, in my opinion. Let's do this real fast. Oh, I lost it. Maybe it was this one. Nope, I lost it. Both of those are speed tests. There was an article that I was reading on Bitcoin that I wanted to talk about. I lost it. Sorry. I'll post it in the CTM Discord and the Trade Talk Discord if I find it. Can you please do a fib extension for a day or week on any asset? Says Atifa1. Absolutely. Let's go do it on Bitcoin. So, fib extension. Let's get rid of these lines. Remove drawings. So, we already know that price didn't hit any fib extensions, right? So, let's just do a bar replay for here. All right. So the last weekly pullback we had on Bitcoin before this was a breakout move, right? There's your old high right there. So then you broke out. Where's 20K? Right here. This is 20K. So this is your breakout move. So in order to find a fib extension for possible targets, you would want to go from the low of that push, that leg up would be this low right here. So this is the fib extension tool. You would go from this low, then you would go to your highest high, and then back down to your retest low, which would be this candle right there. Let me stretch it out. So if we were at all-time highs and we were looking for possible targets, this is the way you would use the fib extension. You're looking for bullish targets. So you would take from your last pullback, as this is your high, then your pullback. Once this took it out, then you knew this was it, right? This took it out. That's what made this the area to look. So from that low to your new, this is a price leg. One leg of price to this candle's low. And then you got fib targets. And you can see how Bitcoin tested that 0786 level. Look how it closed. This is a weekly chart, mind you. Closed at the one deviation. That's one standard deviation from this leg of price right there. Look how it closed beautifully on that. And then your next week, boom. So at this point, you're already heading to two standard deviations. This is when you're looking for a pullback. So if we go all the way back to the original breakout of 20K on Bitcoin, we are trading way above 2 standard deviations for that move. And then that just kept going and going and going. So, I mean, it's just insane. But that's how you use the tool, my friend. You're basically looking for a leg of price, and then you are putting out expected targets. Well, not really expected targets, but just possible targets. So once again, from here to here would give you targets for that. Same thing for this. So this was that low put in. So for this leg of price, I would simply take it from this low to your highest high. At this point, when this bearish candle was put in, it was this weekly candle right there. And then to that bearish low, this one. I'm dragging it out like this, so that way it's not all smushed up right here. So you can clearly see what I'm talking about, but I tacked it from this low, right? You can see right there was a target, possible target, possible target, possible target. And then with fib retracements, you're basically looking for a retracement from a price leg. So like from this low to this high, which is another reason why I'm not extremely bullish on Bitcoin right now. From that low to that high, well, that you've already taken out your 618 and you're trading beneath 7. So like just from this low to this high, you have essentially retraced that whole move. You don't really want to see that. A bullish asset is never going to retrace its whole move, in my opinion. I mean, it can. Anything's possible in trading, but I'm expecting for this wick to get taken out at the very least. If it's going to rip back to the upside, it's probably wanting to target those lows and then go. If it just puts in another lower high, then I will be looking for lower prices on Bitcoin. It's just because price is saying it. I mean, it is what it is, right? You're working on support right now. Sorry, I get wrapped up in it. Hey, Heath, I'm hodling Bitcoin since a few months back and trying to sell towards the top September-ish. Would you say at this point it's best to lighten my hodl position? I fear we tank. Critic paper. Yeah, I mean, if you're afraid of price tanking and you want to take some profits, then yeah, I don't see what would be wrong with that. If you firmly believe that the high is going to be put in September because of the 4-year model, then wait. It's a personal preference. It's not really anything that I can help you with, unfortunately, because everybody has different emotions on these things. I don't know how much money you want to hold, how much money you have in it. Like, there's so many aspects that come into it. But like, if you're fearing to lose the profits you've made, there's nothing wrong with lightening the position. Sell half, sell 1/3, sell 2/3, whatever makes you comfortable. You can always re-add. You can always buy more, right? Always. So yeah, I don't see nothing wrong with it. But this isn't financial advice. This is just me trying to teach you guys how to read the chart. Thank you again for being here on Saturday. You're the man. Smash the like, folks. Yeah, if you don't mind hitting the like, that would be fantastic. I really, really appreciate it, guys. AVAX might be mooning after we break 40 USD. Heath, when you're finally adding AVAX to your watch list. I'll add it right now, my friend. Let's go do it. Let's go look at it. Let's look at Finex, though, because it's not calculated by TradingView. Maybe. It's not letting me. Let me see what's going on. What's going on? Let me try this. Try this one. Oh, it's loading. Terrible connection. Terrible. It looks like I have charted AVAX USD. Oh, I added it. I was adding it. See how... Yeah. Yeah. These are old levels, so I wouldn't be looking at them now. Let me get rid of them. And I'll give you some new ones. You got this high way up here, and you did take out this daily on a closing basis, but instantly rejected. So that is your new resistance level. There's also one over here, but you did never get a close above it. So that resistance level would just be something that you would be looking for possibly later on down the road. So right now, your current resistance level is this level right here, 38.95. Current support on the daily is right there, 32.68. So you're range bound. You're not making much lows, and your highs are wicked up, your lows are wicked up. So currently it's in price discovery. It is. A breakout to one way or the other will give you probably a better near-term directional bias. So I would wait for that daily break above 38 or that daily break below 32, and then possible continuation. But your moving averages, you're probably trading at or above. You're trading at on the daily. Weekly's probably close to being there as well. Let's go look. Nope. It's got plenty of room to go to get down to your weekly moving average, 21. So, I mean, this week doesn't look terrible. This is a weekly breakout right there. So, I would be more bullish than bearish for sure on it. Will Cardano dip again? Yes, they all dip. They will dip. Cardano will make a pullback. That's a promise. Jay Bradley, kudos, bro. Yes, kudos, Jay Bradley. Jay Bradley is doing fantastic. Heath, would you check Matic USD too? I think I did check it. It's just so bullish. There's nothing to do on it. It's just so bullish. Like, look at it. What do you want me to say? Like, I can't tell you to buy it up here. Definitely not going to tell you to sell it. I mean, if you're holding a position from like way down here, yeah, I'd be taking profits. Or down here, for sure. That is a very extended move to the upside. It's a massive move. Can it keep going higher? Absolutely. But man, that's big. This move from your last resistance level, let's just put it in perspective. Since your last resistance level, you have moved almost 100%, 77%. Yeah, I just can't buy that. And I would never suggest anyone else do that either. So it's just, Mark, there's not much you can do, my friend, on it right now. Thoughts on ICP? Insane Clown Posse? I love them guys, or I used to when I was young. I don't know if you're talking about, let's go see. That's terrible. It's new, but that's disgusting. Yeah, it happened in the span of an hour. I would stay far, far away from this thing. Oh my God. Sorry. Did I get a super chat? See, I'm so far behind. Oh, I did. So sorry, Patty90. I am so sorry. I'm so far behind on the chat and Bitcoin, or they're not even telling me that I did. All right, so let's go look. DKK. So sorry about that, my friend. Versus what? Can you look at? Oh, T-Fuel. DKK is... All right, I got it. T-Fuel. And tell if it up for the bull. Let's go see. T-Fuel. TFUEL. So I need to put an E in there. I've never, ever traded this asset. Yeah, it's extremely bullish. You're range bound like a lot of other crypto assets are. See, this is what I don't like about it. I have looked at this chart for other people. That's why these resistance levels were here. You can see how you put in this daily closure above your resistance level and immediately sold off. This is a bull trap. So right now, for this leg of price, the momentum is to the downside. So essentially, you have put in a lower high and a lower low. Since this low, this is your main low, your main support low. You don't want to see that get taken out. If it does, you're coming all the way back down here to 0.14432. But for now, prices looks like it's heading lower. I mean, this is absolutely perfect price action. This is your bearish move once you rejected at resistance. This was your break above. This was just to get people long. On this retest, people got long. On this wick, they got stopped. And had I taken that bullish trade, I would have too. This is a bull trap. This push lower told you everything you needed to know, that it was heading lower. Here's your retest candle. There's your short right there. It's doing the same thing. So if I bring this level over here to this bullish candle, you can see that near-term price, the bears are in control of it. Will it go lower? I don't know. But for right now, the bears are in control of this asset. your next level of resist or support that you do not want to see broken on a daily closing basis is 0.23583, and it's all the way down here, unfortunately. So yeah, I mean, is it a buying opportunity? It's pretty extended, and these are massive ranges. These daily ranges are so much bigger than what it used to do. That's because of all the FOMO in the cryptocurrency world right now. So it's going to be aggressive. It's going to have big outsized moves, probably a lot of stops, wicks to the downside. You're in the middle of this range. So you can tighten that range up a bit. I would do it right here, right? From there to there. A break to the upside would possibly be bullish. A break to the downside, you're possibly looking for lower prices. I would hopefully you're situated lower. Hopefully you bought way lower. So sorry about getting to you. I apologize for that. YouTube did not tell me, and I'm way above. A lot of spamming going on, I can see. Werewolf, a CTM Discord requires CTM course. Yeah, the CTM Discord requires a CTM course. Sure does. It is behind a paywall. It's not a paywall. It's absolutely. And welcome to the retail level. No credits left. Yeah. So thanks for helping on that. Yeah, it takes time, guys. It just takes time. What really clear, Heath, that was really clear on BTC 80 and ETH. That is perspective. That's all I'm here to do is offer that perspective. Let me see. How long have we been going? Oh, yeah, we got some time. What about DOT? Yeah, DOT's looking good, but you're trading at highs, right? This could be a retest candle for an outsized move like DOT or like Cardano, but there's no way to know, right? There's no way to know. And technically, I mean, you do got your breakout. So a lot's going to be resting on how this daily closes. As long as you don't have a massive immediate rejection, then it's not a bull trap. Bull traps generally come in the next day or two, right? Next day or two. This looks good. It's constructive. It's tested the midpoint of this breakout candle. That's technically what you want to see if you're looking for bullish continuation. Is a breakout candle, a retest of the midpoint of that breakout candle, or close to it, and then more push higher. So, looks fantastic. What is Saturna? I don't know what that is. Let me look at it. Saturna. Yeah, I don't get nothing. Let me see if I spelled it right. SATURNA. Yeah, I don't see any chart for that, my friend. Sorry. There is no consensus evaluation of Bitcoin. All TA can fail. Absolutely. You are right, Eluse. All TA can, will, and does fail. Yes. Everything in trading works, just not all the time. So if you're looking at a strategy or learning a strategy from your favorite YouTuber, just know that strategy will not work 100% of the time. None of them do. None of them ever will. So, yep, you're right. $2,700 for ETH liquidation. Yep, you're right again. Let me tell you, am I from Turkey and 3 days ago Binance liquidated BTC Tri into zero? That's terrible. I don't know how their engines work, but don't trust them. Yeah, hey, I don't know if I would either. When we did just look at T-Fuel, it's basically range bound. Any thoughts on Tube? TUBE. USD maybe? It needs more info from me, I guess. It's looking like it's pulling up a bottom. It only trades on Bittrex. BitTube. I've never traded it. I don't have an account with Bittrex. Let's look at them monthly so we can get some perspective on it. Yeah, man, this thing's... I don't know. You found a low and you've made a higher high. So you are making higher highs and higher lows. You're coming back in to test that higher low. You do not want to see that higher low fail. This wiki stuff is hard to get levels. There would be a valid one coming off of this bullish close in this narrow downtrend. That would be your resistance level. It's been tested multiple times. So I would watch this level down here, 0.01 298825. So this thing's trading for less than a penny, less than 1 cent. That's a 3-day chart. Near term, bears are in control, but it could be just a higher low. If it becomes a lower low, then you've got problems. Then it's heading back lower. Definitely looks like a reversal pattern. You did take out your daily support to the downside. So watch this level down here. You lose that level, it's going lower. I don't like it. I wouldn't mess with it. Yeah, there's a lot of gas prices out there. Hopefully someone could fix that stuff, man. Ether's killing people on the gas price. What do you think of ETH right now? ETH right now is pulling back, man. It's pulling back, right? There's your support level right there from that Heath level or order block or support or demand zone, whatever you want to call it. It's testing it right now. If it fails, it's probably coming back down to test that 35, 32 level that it's already tested. So right now, you know, this is a rejection on this. This is a dead cat bounce for right now. Just for the near term. It can find support. It can go higher. Right? Can go higher. But these are the levels I would watch. Those levels 37.97, 35.32, 32.40. Those are the 3 near-term levels to watch. Thank you, MPD. Thank you so much, my friend. Yes, it will. I have it ordered. That dish is ordered. I'm just waiting on it to get here. And it will be better. That is a promise. So I am so far below. So far away. XLM JG says, yeah, let me go look at it. Spammers are in the house today. XLM, that was a nasty bearish candle, but you retraced the whole thing, even took out the high of it. So basically, I would be watching it because this could be at this point, you've retraced this whole bearish move. It's definitely more bullish than bearish. XLM is. I don't mess with XLM because the US is investigating it. So because any day you can wake up and that, like if the SEC drops a news piece saying we found faults with this and blah, 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 this thing could drop off 80% in the span of a couple days. That's why I don't mess with it. But right now it's bullish, right? Here's your 21. This was a test of it. You pushed down, got beneath your stops right there, tested perfectly. Your daily resistance, old resistance, new support. You're moving higher. The bulls are in control currently. You are coming in a daily resistance right there. So find the 8-hour chart. Yeah. This was a bullish push. You just came back in and tested your 21 on the 8-hour, but it's more or less this level. I don't look at the EMAs on anything but a daily. So it was this level that it was testing. Yes, it dropped lower, but that's the level. And it's being bought up. There's nothing to do on it. This was your entry if you were looking for an entry. And I would have only been targeting that high there. So, yeah, it's at the high. It could break out. If it breaks out, it's going to run higher. Let's go look at the monthly. Yeah, you've already taken out your all-time high, right? Boom. LTC is the only one that hasn't. LTC is the only one that hasn't. There's Litecoin. There's your all-time high. You came up short, Litecoin. What's wrong with you? So, XLM looks good for now. The bulls are in control. Extremely useful information. Education, thank you as always. You are welcome, my friend. Can you take, I just took a look at that. Rune is in fact the most fundamentally interesting project to me. It has created first functionally truly native decentralized exchange called ThorSwap recently and has gone up. Yeah, I mean, if you like it, you like it. That's all I can say. Heath, how would you scout an entry for DOT assuming it breaks the daily on the close? I wouldn't be, my friend. It's just between me and you. I'm not looking for an entry on DOT myself. So let's go look at it. I mean, it broke out, but I don't like buying breakouts, and that's essentially what you're doing. If you're buying here, you're buying a retest of the breakout. This wick was the breakout spot. This is your daily resistance. So yes, you did trade above and you did close above your daily resistance, but it's not a strong close above. It closed right above. And then on your test, you're not testing that as support. You're testing that wick as support for now. So there's a few things about it that I don't like, and I just don't like buying breakouts. So if you're looking for an entry, I would wait for a wick down to there, 41.60. That's where I would look. It might not even come down there, but that would be the best spot in my opinion to look. You lose that level on a daily closing basis, you're done. You lose that level on a 4-hour closing basis, you're done. You don't try to buy it. You just don't, because you've lost it, right? So, yeah, that's where I'd be looking. If you look at the 4-hour, there's nothing in this right here to show you that you should be buying this right where it's at, other than these wicks. You got 2 wicks right here, so you need to get a push below those. Then you can look for entries. But still, where are you going to put your stop? All the way down here? That means you got to get all the way up to here just to get a 1-to-1. That's why I don't buy breakouts. The risk to reward is terrible. What price will ADA take a dip pullback? I do not know. I do not know. Nobody knows. I put the levels out there and you can look at and watch at those levels. Will price stop at those levels? There's no way to know. Where did it go? There it is. Matt, I didn't even leave them on there because it's just so ungodly. Right here. It could pull back all the way down to here. Right? That's your last daily close. Your bearish daily close right there. So yeah. Price could come all the way down to 176. See if it holds there. If it does come back, that would be the first spot that I would look for bullish entries. And the only spot that I would be looking for bullish entries. It's extremely extended. Extremely. Can you analyze Wink? Yeah, I can go look at it. Alright, so let me just type Wink Tether. There it is. Binance. You've retraced this breakout move, the whole thing. This wick down came right into this bullish order block right there. Your Heath line, your support zone. You're heading back to it. I don't necessarily like this, especially since everything else is extremely bullish. This thing had a nice big breakout and then they just sold into it. Seeing how you're trading for less than a penny, what you need to know is how much Wink does the actual person that invented it own? And did they dump up here? Because if they did, this thing's just going to keep going lower, right? If they use this as an opportunity to get out of their investment, this is why you have just these nonstop pullbacks back to the downside where they came from. This was your original breakout. You tested the midpoint. I keep forgetting about you on mobile. This was your breakout. Boom, big strong breakout. Came down, retested midpoint of this candle. There's your explosion to the upside. Is ADA, DOT, and everybody else going to do this? I do not know. That's the risk on taking breakout entries. Is, yeah, you could get a nice big move like that. Then you could get something like this. Right in your face. This thing's making lower lows and lower highs. The sellers are in control. First area of support, 6524. Right? And that's about it. I have an alert for 45 on SNVT BTC. Is nowhere near it. And I'm looking to enter thoughts. SNVT. SNV TV. And then versus Bitcoin. SN. I don't see it. SNVTV. SNVTV. I don't see it, Kimberly. I am sorry. I'm not seeing it at all. So maybe I don't know. I can't help if I can't find the asset. Apologies. Sorry, I'm not doing that in the mic. Apologies as well. Jeez, so far behind. Where was that comment? I was just looking at it. All right, let me just go down here to the bottom. If you need me to look at an asset, just drop it in the comment section below. I promise I will do my best to help you. You know what I mean? When this video ends, I'm not going to get to everybody's comments, that's for sure. There's just so many. Solana. That's the second time I heard someone say Solana. But I cannot find it. Solana. Oh, there it is. I must have typed it wrong. Oh, no. I did look at it. So here's levels. That's old level, though. This is your new resistance. Is it your last bullish close? That's your resistance. You took out your support. This was your support down here. You took it out. Right? So now this is your support. There is a level there to be looking for entries, or aka support. It has been multiply tested multiple times. So the next level might be a better level to look for entries, in my opinion, right? Because it hasn't been tested as much. So if you get down there, you want to see that level hold. It can hold here. It can, absolutely. But the entry is closer to this level than up here. You're in the middle of this area. If you buy it right now, you're taking a chance on buying it into support. If you buy going into support, there's a chance your trade won't work. Holy crap, man, these freaking people. Who's deleting all these things? Okay, I see what's going on now. I don't know what's going on. I guess you guys got it under control. Yeah, that definitely needs to be gone. XRP already looked at, champ. I'll look at it again, but please don't spam the channel, bro. I mean, I'm trying my best. There's a lot of you in here, right? There used to be not many. I used to be able to get to everybody's questions, but there's just more people comes and more people comes. But XRP is bullish. Let's look at it real quick one more time. It's bullish, right? You're testing higher. This is your resistance level. You're above it, right there. If you close above that level, look to see if it held support, right? It's moving higher. XRP. This is, though, a lower high, and this was, though, a lower low. So I'm highly suspect as to buying this, right? So I would want to see this level taken out up here on a daily closing basis. That would tell me that we have a higher high. Then I would look for low entries. As of right now, this can get sold into. There's your high, there's your low. There was your low. Lower, low. So, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Any thoughts on ZEC? Yeah, let me look at it. I'm just going to stay at the bottom and hopefully I can keep up. All right. I'm about to cut it out here in a minute anyway. It's been on for an hour and a half. I don't like to make them too long as it does mess up everything. It's been extremely bullish. You had a nice run on this asset. Nice big healthy pullback, but this is why closures are so vitally important. I'm going to show you this right here, right now. See this? This was your resistance. Wick through it, but you closed above it. Closed above it. Boom. That's what you're looking for, right? You find these levels, here's your next one. You've tested it. Come down, make sure you close above it. 257.69. You did make a higher high. You did break out above resistance. Until you get below this swing low, you are making higher highs and higher lows. Once you get below that swing low, you are making lower lows. It's as simple as that. Watch that level, 257.69. How do you decide when it closes? Is it based on trading volume or time of day? Says Vin. Yes, thank you so much for the super chat, my friend. It is the close of the day. For Bitcoin on the Eastern Standard, it is 8 p.m. You can see right here on this how it says 0138. That's 1 hour and 38 minutes. That's another way to tell when it closes. But generally, they close around 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I do not know what time that is for you. You paid with dollars, so I'm assuming you're in America. 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock is when the daily candle closes. It opens at 8 o'clock as well. And FX is 5. From 5 to 5 is open. 5 p.m. opening and closing. VET, please. Let's go look at it. And also one more thing for you, Vin S. You can click that. There's a thing in the settings. I can't remember exactly where it is, but it shows you the time left on each candle. Countdown to bar close. It's right here in settings, scales, down here. Countdown to bar close. See, if I take this X off, it goes away. Put the X back on, it comes on. And that's for every chart you look at. If you're looking at an hourly, it'll tell you the countdown to the hourly close. Countdown to each time frame you're looking at. It's handy dandy. TradingView is a powerful, powerful charting software. Loving it, loving it. Back to VET. VET is making it made a higher low. I mean a lower high, excuse me. This was your resistance up here. You tested it and closed way below, and then the bears took over. So you have not closed below your bear support. Yes, you did. Barely. But you did take out this support. All right. So you can see how once you took this support out, you traded back up into it. You wick through it, close below it. Wick through it, close below it. Now, this is heading lower. So is this buying pressure? No. On a smaller time frame, it is a pullback. Let's go look at an hourly. 2 hour. See? You lost this level, you're heading lower. This is not buying pressure. This is a pullback. They're probably going to be looking to get short back up here or at the top of this candle. If you get a close above this swing high, then you can start looking, for possible bullish entries. But right now on the daily, looks like the bears are in control. These things can trade sideways at resistance level for a week before it finally rolls back over. So watch for daily closes at 18 cents. Until you get that, then you need to take out this one. It's still not bearish, it's extremely bullish. Here's your moving averages to prove it. So there you are. You lost your 21, you're testing your 50. It's not bearish yet. But the bears are in control of the near-term price. So, yeah, I don't know. Gorilla Digits, sell XRP at 120.85. I'm never going to tell you when to buy or where to sell. That is exactly financial advice, and this channel does not do that. I'm sorry. That's why your message got deleted. You can't do that. I can't give you that. It's up to you where you buy and where you sell. On my YouTube channel, click my profile. I started a couple weeks ago. That's very nice of you, my friend. Very nice of you to come into somebody else's YouTube channel and spam your channel. Jesus, freaking people have no respect. NEO, please. Link. I'll get link right after, and then I'll probably have to wrap it up. NEO USD. Oh man, this thing had a big breakout since the last time I looked at it. Big breakout. I was charting this down here. I haven't looked at it in a long time. Yeah, you made a nice big double top, essentially. But you did get a higher close, but then immediately reversed. So right now you're testing support. You close below it, but you're coming back in for another test. So basically for a support hold, you need this daily to close above that level. 96.49, or 96.60. That is your current support zone. You do not want to see that break. You got resistance right overhead at 104.34, and then again at 115.68. So right now the bears are in control. They have been in control for a week or two, right? But the bulls can take charge right here. This was a beautiful spot to look for bullish entries. Test, test, test. This was a higher test. See how low this test was? How high this one was? So in the near term, this is a big bearish candle. You got to get through all of that. Otherwise, any of this could be sold right back into. But you are bullish. It is bullish and extended like most everything else. All right, guys. Let me do welcome Vin S to the prop firm level, my friend. Where was that last one? Link from Mark. And then I'm going to have to wrap it up, guys. All right. So here are the levels on Link. I've already done Link. Again, that's why I'm going to wrap it up, because most of the things that are coming in are assets I've already looked at. And I just don't want to do that to the people who are still around. So this is what we're looking at on Link. It is bullish. You broke out. You're coming back in for a retest right now of support. You held that support. You're testing that support again. This is a bearish engulfing. So there is more weakness in this test than bullishness. But as long as you're not closing a daily level below $41.28, you can possibly head higher again, right? This could get bought into. This could just be a fake out. This is a nice little push, nice retest. Look where you tested, right into the stuff I'm trying to teach you, right there. Boom, boom. So that's where you got your reaction. Now that level must hold. If you get a drop beneath that, next level to look at is going to be 36.83. As long as you're closing daily candles above 41.28, you're still bullish. Once you take out that level, you have made a lower high and a lower low. So your near-term trend is starting to go to the downside, unfortunately. We never want to see or hear that our favorite asset is possibly getting sold into, especially when we're trying so hard to, make money. So just practice using price. Let price be your guide. Before I end this video, I constantly always must say thank you so much to my channel members and Patreons. You guys are what keeps me going. Thank you so much. I have nothing but the utmost respect for you. If you are a new channel member at the prop firm level, there is a members only and Patreons only live stream that I will be doing tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern. All right, that's enough shilling. And I will see whoever shows up there. I will see you then. Make sure you guys trade safe. Make sure you guys trade smart. Happy trading, everybody. And I will see the members and Patreons in the morning. Thank you guys. Have a great night.